So guys, it seemed there are those that just didn't get the memo, those that just don't understand and still holding on to the hope and the dream, keeping the dream alive that Starfield, right, an Xbox, it is announced exclusive, will come to PlayStation 5. Now this past week, some reason at Gamescom there's some misunderstanding, some words were exchanged, and of course PlayStation fans latched onto those certain words and now we're convinced that some way or somehow, even though as I said, it's already been stated that this game is not coming to PlayStation 5, not in this lifetime and not in any other lifetime. It's not coming to PlayStation 5, but yet here we are once again having to reiterate this one fact. So don't take my word for it. We've got the words coming from the horse's mouth. The studio execs themselves, Xbox studio execs should I say, now have had to come out on Twitter and confirm once again that this game is an Xbox exclusive. Anyway guys, here we go once again down this rabbit hole to try and convince some reason PlayStation fans that don't want to go out and buy an Xbox. Go and get a Series X if you must. The Series S should I say if you must. If you don't want to fork out for the big boy, right? Go and get yourself Xbox Game Pass if you don't want to fork out for a console. But guys, understand this game is not coming to your console. If you have a PlayStation 5, it's not coming there. But anyway, let's go down and see exactly why this thing is permeating around the Twitters again, and also why Xbox studio heads had to come out and put a nail in the coffin and put this to bed, hopefully once and for all. Let's get into it guys, get hyped, roll it. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. As always, it's your boy Curtis Williams. This is W.I.H.T.S, what I have to say. Humble to have you guys and me once again. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, W.I.H.T.S Gaming, where we talk about all things gaming, baby, in the hobby that we all know and love. But guys, today, for some reason, here we are once again, answering the same old tired question as to whether Starfield will come to PlayStation 5. Now, the rational and logical and sensible people amongst us know that no, this game is definitely not coming to PlayStation 5. Why? Because Microsoft themselves have already stated it so. Have already pointed out the fact that this game is a console exclusive. This game is coming to Xbox only. Xbox people have said it, Bethesda people have come out and said it, right? And also, even if you think it, just forget about what they said, but you just think about it in a business sense and just using your common sense. Microsoft spent $7.5 billion, not million, $1 billion to purchase Bethesda. They didn't do it to be charitable. They didn't do it to say, oh, you know what, we're all in the same business, we're all in the same space, you know, let's all come together and let's just share everything that we have, right? So they're just feeling real good about it and just say, you know what, PlayStation, you can have access to the games that we just paid $7.5 billion for. Come on now, people, wake up, all right? No, things do not work that way. You don't drop $7.5 billion just to go and give it away to your competitors, right? Anyway, Microsoft put their money where their mouth is. People were saying Xbox doesn't have games, so they dropped that dollar and they said, here we are, we're buying Bethesda. Right, and that alone comes with so many studios and access to so many games. Look, I'm not saying that somewhere down the line Xbox might choose to make select Bethesda games multi-platform, right? But I guarantee you it's not going to be any of the big boys. Trust me, if there's maybe a smaller game here and there, they could choose to say, you know what, we'll give that on Switch because it's something that will work better on Switch. Like what they did with Ori, right? Or what they continue to do with Minecraft. Because they know that, you know, there is a select audience out there that will benefit the game if it has a wider audience, if it has a wider net. They cast it out to a wider set of people to have access to their games. But at the same time, it's not going to hinder them. It's not going to really affect their bottom line in the way as that they're going to be losing people to their platform because they're still going to be making money off that game. But the reason they dropped $7.5 billion on Bethesda is to put the naysayers to bed, the people that say Xbox don't have games, and also to attract people to their platform. They are building this whole ecosystem of XCloud, X Game Pass. So they want people to come over to that ecosystem. And that ecosystem, when people say Game Pass is going to PlayStation, that's not happening. It's not going to Nintendo, because even if you think about it, why would PlayStation want Game Pass on their platform? Think about it, guys. Why would Nintendo want Game Pass in their platform? Think about it, guys. But anyway, none of that is happening. Xbox put that money down to get people over to their platform. So most of those big boys, Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, they're all gonna be Xbox exclusives. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you come to terms with it, the happier you will be in life, guys. All right. But anyway, don't take my word for it. As I said, for some reason, some words were exchanged at Gamescom, and PlayStation fans latched onto those words and twisted it and reframed it in a way that maybe, possibly, in somehow, Starfield will come to PlayStation 5. So it took Aaron Greenberg himself to come to Twitter and put that thing to bed, put a nail in the coffin, saying, no, guys, that is not happening. But anyway, let's check it out for ourselves, guys. I'm grabbing this from Games Radar. They have the report right here, and as you can see, it says here, Starfield PlayStation 5 is not happening, according to Bethesda. A misunderstanding has led some people to believe the game was coming to PlayStation 5. What misunderstanding could that be? Let's find out, guys. Starfield PlayStation 5 is not happening, according to Bethesda, and Microsoft, again, as spotted by VGC Senior Vice President of Global Marketing at Bethesda, Pete Hines, and the General Manager of Xbox's Marketing, Aaron Greenberg, took to Twitter on August 30th, yesterday, to dispel the rumors that Starfield was coming to PlayStation 5, following a misunderstanding during the Bethesda Gamescom 2021 live stream. Right? Remember that stream that happened for Bethesda? Yeah, apparently something was said there. I didn't watch it myself, but apparently something was said there. So I'm interested to see exactly what was said as well, guys. But we have a tweet here from Red Dragon. I do follow him. He's got quite a good channel. He's quite a down-to-earth guy. He talks sense. He's not one of those, just fanboys that latches on. He's not a PlayStation fanboy. He's not an Xbox fanboy. He's just a lover of gaming, right? He's a gamer at heart, and he's got a really good channel. I've been following him for a couple of years now. But it seems like he might have tweeted something out that's kicked this whole thing off, that's caused some problems. And yeah, I mean, as you know, on Twitter, these things happen. Someone tweets something, and then the whole thread starts, and everybody has something to say about it, and then it just sometimes goes completely off track. And then here we are, having to rein it back in again, right? Anyway, let's see exactly what Red Dragon had to say here. He says, Bethesda's Pete Hines suggests the door might still be open for possibility of games like Starfield coming to PlayStation 5 in future. Red Dragon, usually, like I said, usually he's the sensible one. Usually he's the one to even put all this, he puts all this stuff to bed early. He doesn't, he's not the one to fall in for silly rumors. He's not the guy to, to sort of put fuel, add fuel to fire, if you know what I mean. But hey, we all have our off days, right? We'll have our moments, and I'm guessing this is one of his. But don't hold it against him. As I said, guys, he's got a fantastic channel. Go and subscribe to him if you have the chance. I don't think you would regret it. But anyway, guys, here we are. Let's see exactly what he said here. He said, there are Xbox brands that exist on other platforms. First and foremost, I think that's important to know. Which is true, can't argue with a guy. Minecraft didn't just stop existing on anything once Mojang got bought by Xbox, which is true, but I've sort of explained why that would be the case, right? Minecraft it's a beast in itself, right? Microsoft doesn't need that to be an exclusive. They make it serves them better to just let that continue to exist in the wild, right? And let it just, exist how it is. They don't need to control that, make it an exclusive, rein it in. It will be contrary to them. It will be, it's not self-serving to bring that back to make it Xbox exclusive, right? Leave it as it is. It's generating money on its own. Minecraft is a money-making machine. You don't need to tamper with that. They just bought it and allowed it. Yeah, they've added this, their own sort of take on certain things. They've added more money so they can make extensions as the spin-off games that we've recently got and things like that. But ultimately, the machine is a well-oiled machine, which is doing just fine on its own. There's kids that love it. There's adults that love it. Families that love it. You don't need to tamper with it. So leaving it on other platforms just makes sense, right? For Minecraft, right? Minecraft didn't just stop it. Hines said, bought by Xbox, Hines said, it's a massively played game on all of these other platforms. It's not a sorry you're never going to get to play anything on by Bethesda again. Certainly there are going to be things that you're not going to be able to play on PlayStation. I don't know what English is that. What? It's not a sorry you are never going to get to play anything by Bethesda again. Is that what he said? Anyway, certainly there are going to be things that you're not going to play on able to play on PlayStation. But again, going back to what I said earlier, I'm sure there will be smaller games made by Bethesda that Xbox will say, you know what, yeah, this fits to have it on Switch. If Switch wants it, this fits to have to make this a platform to have it on PlayStation if PlayStation will want it. Now, anyway, Hines mentioned how Starfield was announced as an Xbox exclusive, but he also suggested that the door might not be shut entirely on Bethesda games coming to PlayStation in some capacity. What the capacity? Right? Either it's coming there or it's not. Either it's an exclusive or it's not. There's no other capacity. If he's talking about Game Pass, I've already said that I don't think Game Pass is ever coming to PlayStation 5. If you disagree, I would love to know your thoughts and theories in that. Maybe you can turn me around on that point. But as things stand and how I see it, Game Pass is never coming to PlayStation. Game Pass is never coming to Nintendo. So any other capacity he may be talking about, I'm not quite sure. It's either exclusive or it's a multi-plat. But hey, and it's already been confirmed as an exclusive. So I don't know what he's talking about. Starfield was announced as a thing that's an Xbox exclusive, he said. I don't know if I would go so far as to say you're done ever playing stuff on PlayStation. But again, I don't know the answer to that right now. Again, clutching at straws. I mean, what is there to suggest that he's saying that Starfield is coming to PlayStation? What is this? I mean, he seems to just be focusing on very light terms, right? Very open terms that is still not suggesting, contrary to Xbox saying that Starfield is an exclusive. So what are you talking about here, Red Dragon? Why bringing this up? Why are you adding that? He's just causing trouble for trouble's sake. I didn't see why he needed to say all this stuff. But anyway, let's see what Aaron had to say about the man. Aaron, day one on Game Pass, Greenberg says, Starfield will be launching exclusively on Xbox Series X and S and PC on November 11th, 2022. Game Pass members can play it day one as well as Xbox and PC. And I know we have said this all before, and none of that has or will change, right? As he said, it has not changed, or will it? It's not going to change. It's an exclusive. Just how Spider-Man was an exclusive and it's never come to Xbox, so is Starfield an exclusive. Never come to PlayStation, guys. Accept it. Move on in life. During the stream on the topic of Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda, Pete Hines mentioned that there are going to be some Bethesda games that you're not going to be able to play on PlayStation. Moving on to the topic of the studio's upcoming RPG Starfield, Hines also stated that it was announced as a thing that's an Xbox exclusive. I don't know if I would go as far as to say you're never going to play stuff on PlayStation, but again, I don't know the answer to that right now. I mean, Pete Hines, man, what are you talking about? Why would you even slightly leave that door open? Why would you even suggest that? I'm sure he's got a bollocking from the upper management. I'm sure he's had a word. Maybe he's received an email or something to suggest, mate, watch yourself in the future. Careful what you say. You know how fans are out there. You know how people are out there. You really got to be tight on the things you put out on the market, out there as a, as a public announcement. So, guys, don't take what he's saying. It seems like he was just trying to play the middle ground, play the good guy. He didn't want to concisely say, nope, that's it for now. As far as Starfield is exclusive, full stop. You know what I mean? What's he mean that he doesn't know doesn't know the answer to that right now, and doesn't know, but again, I don't know the answer to that right now. Why would you end it on that sentence? So that seems like that's what people have latched onto, and that's what's giving people false hope. Anyway, the last comment caused some Bethesda fans to begin speculating that this meant Starfield would eventually come to PlayStation 5. So maybe they're thinking, I don't know, 2 years down the line, it's a timed exclusive, right? Or again, maybe through XCloud you can play on PlayStation 5. Or maybe through Game Pass. Again, as I said, both those things are not happening. It's Game Pass or XCloud, right? Maybe if you go to PlayStation 5 on a browser, maybe you can play it that way, right? If you have access to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, right? So you still have to be Xbox ecosystem. You have to drop that money to Microsoft, right? So if you drop that money, you can go to any browser, right? / I think / xcloud, xbox.com/xcloud, whatever. I forgot where the actual the link is. You can go there on your PlayStation 5 browser and play Starfield. If that makes you happy, if that makes you feel good inside about it, there you go. It's not quite an exclusive. I'm playing on my PlayStation 5. hey, I guess I just thought about it. I guess that's an avenue to play your to play Starfield on a PlayStation 5, right? At what, 720p, you know, with lag. And it's not quite the best way to play Starfield now, is it? No, and I'm not putting down XCloud. XCloud is fantastic. I play it all the time myself, but I play it as a, as an add-on, as an external thing. Like when I'm not on my console and I'm just maybe I'm at a meeting, I want to tune out, or I'm somewhere that I don't really want to pay attention to what's going on. I just want to escape a bit, jump on my phone, and I play my games, knowing that the save is right there. As soon as I get home, I can continue, and vice versa, right? But it won't be the main way I would want to play a game. Trust me on that. It's definitely not the main way I would want to play a game that I'm looking really forward to. So guys, hey, as I said, if you want to latch onto that and think that, hey, that's the way you can play Starfield on your PlayStation 5, which would dissuade the fact that it's a Microsoft exclusive, have at it. It's all yours. Go for it. But anyway, let's end this up, guys. The last comment, yeah. However, Hines and Greenberg's tweets clarify Starfield is still an Xbox exclusive, and that this fact has not and will not change. Starfield was first unveiled to the world during Microsoft and Bethesda's E3 2021 showcase, after unfortunately leaking just hours before, and is set to release on Xbox Series X and Series S and PC on November 11, 2022. It will also be available via Xbox Game Pass on day one, which is fantastic, mind you, of its release. So there it is, guys. I mean, what is there left to be said apart from if you're a PlayStation guy, apart from what I've just said about playing it on your browser, which is not the real optimum way to play the game, but hey, the option is there for you. Other than that, the game is not coming to PlayStation 5, guys. All right, so hopefully this is the last time, done and dusted, we're gonna hear anything about this again. I really hope it is, because it's, come on, why is it only on Xbox? It's kind of not fair. And I'm not a fanboy of either. I love my PlayStation 5 and I love my Series X to bits, trust me. So I'm not a guy that picks piece of plastic against another piece of plastic. If there's a game on Xbox I love, I'll play it. If there's a game on PlayStation, I'll play it. I'm a happy gamer all round, right? But I hate the fact that when it comes to Xbox, sometimes there's some, I don't know, there's some bias and there's some negativity where people just don't want to accept the good nature, the good fortune that Xbox has brought. That Phil Spencer, you're trying to take away everything he's achieved since he's become head of Xbox, right? The guy has done a miraculous thing, right? From what was it, Matten or whatever his name was, that left because of the disaster that was Xbox One. Phil Spencer came on and he's turned it around, and he's brought people that own Xbox. He's brought people that are on Xbox ecosystem, right? He's dropped $7.5 billion to bring you people games. He's created Game Pass. So don't belittle everything he's done, but keep just going up against the grain of everything that Xbox is doing right. You don't want to give them that, right? They bought Bethesda, they own Bethesda, accept it. Bethesda games are going to be exclusive on Xbox. Accept it and move on. There's so many other games, third-party games that will be coming to PlayStation 5, right? PlayStation have so many exclusives. You don't hear Xbox keep crying about it, do you? You don't hear Xbox crying when they bought something that can make Spider-Man exclusive. You didn't hear when PlayStation started making all these third-party deals to bring Final Fantasy 16. It's 2-year exclusivity on PlayStation. You don't hear people crying about that, saying, why is it not coming to Xbox? It's just, people understand it's just business. It's just the nature of the game, and it's a fact, right? Enjoy what you can, and don't take away from the other person to make yourself feel better and belittle what the other person is doing. Just enjoy what you're playing and let the other people enjoy what they're able to play. And don't just, don't muddle the water, man. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Anyway, comment down below. What do you think about this whole thing? Does this just bore you guys? Does you think that this thing should just be put to bed once and for all? Or do you think somehow that, yeah, these guys are warranted to believe that some games are coming to PlayStation 5, especially Starfield, guys? Comment down below and let's discuss finally. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, for this insight into this, once again, tired news. I believe this finally should end, and PlayStation guys should just accept Microsoft has spent a hell of a lot of money to own the right to put Bethesda games exclusively on their console. If you want to play it, go into the Xbox ecosystem and play it. All right, thank you so much, guys. You know what to do. Go back and check out my old stuff. Like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe for watching, guys. It really does help out the channel. Smash that like button as well if you enjoyed this video, and if you feel inclined to, and press that bell if you want to be notified when my next videos drop. Thanks so much, guys. What do I always say? Be nice to someone out there. All right, guys, it's free. Imagine that. Let's change the world one day at a time. Keep your wits about you. That's all I have to say no matter. See you next time round. Take care, guys. Bye now.